It's Duncan from Cloudy, and Boosteroid just dropped a big batch of games. Yes, really. We've got 10 THQ Nordic titles landing in the library, covering everything from post-apocalyptic kung fu to classic turn-based tactics. And if that's not enough, there are also 2 extra games sneaking in, one involving paranormal mysteries and the other actual combat realism. Now, before we dive into the list, just to be clear, we're focusing on the library section here. We'll touch on the install section, but we're not going full deep dive. So, Boosteroid has 2 ways to play games, and here's the simple breakdown. The library is where you'll find games that are ready to launch instantly in the cloud. No setup, no updates, just click and play. The install section gives you access to a virtual gaming PC where you can install and run games manually. It offers more flexibility, but it also means dealing with updates, launchers, and everything else that comes with managing your own install. Now, for full transparency, we're more comfortable covering the library section because it's Boosteroid's more official, straightforward setup. The install section opens up a few grey areas in terms of usage and support, and we prefer to keep things clean on that front. So with that said, let's get into the good stuff, the games that just dropped into the library, starting with Biomutant, post-apocalyptic kung fu starring a raccoon night creature. It's weird, but strangely fun. Then there's the Darksiders trilogy. In the first, you play as War and basically kick off the apocalypse a little early. In the sequel, Darksiders II, Deathinitive Edition, yes, that's really the name, you step into the bony boots of death. And in Darksiders III, it's Fury's turn. She's fast, angry, and not exactly here to talk things out. Desperados III brings Wild West stealth tactics, basically cowboy XCOM, and it works surprisingly well. Jagged Alliance 3 offers more turn-based chaos, political messiness, and mercs with way too much personality. Then we've got Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning, a criminally underrated RPG with deep combat and enough lore to keep you busy for weeks. Last Train Home mixes RTS and survival as you lead a group of soldiers across frozen Siberia in the aftermath of World War I. It's bleak, but super compelling. Way of the Hunter slows things down with a realistic open world hunting experience, definitely one for the patient players. And finally, Wreckfest, still one of the best destruction based racers out there. If you're using brakes, you're doing it wrong. Now, aside from the THQ Nordic batch, there are 2 more games worth calling out. First is Enigma of Fear, a paranormal detective horror game where you're searching for your missing father while unraveling a whole bunch of supernatural weirdness. Expect tension, puzzles, and probably a few jump scares if you're wearing headphones. Then there's 6 Days in Fallujah, a tactical, ultra-realistic military FPS based on real events. It's gritty, it's grounded, and definitely not your typical run-and-gun shooter. These 2 aren't from THQ Nordic, but they've quietly snuck into the mix and definitely add something different to the overall lineup. Oh, and if you missed it, Assassin's Creed Shadows also showed up this week, but in the install section, not the library. Still cool to see, just something to be aware of. That's the Boosteroid update for this week. A big drop of THQ Nordic games, a couple of unexpected extras, and even Assassin's Creed Shadows popping up in the install section. If you're already on Boosteroid, it's a great time to revisit some classics or try something new. And if you're thinking about jumping in, we've got an affiliate link down below. Feel free to check it out if you want to support the channel while exploring the platform. Let us know in the comments what you're playing and if anything in this week's update caught your eye. See you in the next one.